In this video we are going to discuss what is mean by primary key and what is mean by foreign key, so which is a very commonly asked interview questions. Tell me the difference between primary key and foreign key. So in this video we are going to discuss the primary key and the foreign key. Now let's say I'm having a two table. One table is called student and another table is called city. So in the student table I'm having a student id and their name and their city id. So the idea of the student is 101, 102, 103, and 104 and 105. Let's say I'm having five students here, and the name is Abhi, Kumar, Sheila, Mala, and Kavita. Okay. Let's say the city ID is 1, 2, 3. So again, this guy is 1, 2. So these are the city IDs of that student. Okay. So let's say this is my table. I'm just making into a borders. So this is my column names. Correct. Now I'm creating a new column which is city ID, then their city name. Okay, so city ID is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1 means Chennai, Delhi, Kolkata, Mumbai, so then Nagpur. So we have their cities and their city names. This is second table. Okay, now if you what is meant by primary key, listen the definition of primary key. Primary key is nothing but in a table which column is an unique column. If you see the definition of, I'm writing the definition of primary key here. Primary key is nothing but which is unique. The column, if in a table, if a column is unique and not null, this is called primary key. So please understand it very carefully. The primary key is nothing but if you're taking a table which a column want to be unique. If you see the idea of each and every student is unique, even though the two people name is Abhi. If there is two person with the same name, but the ID will be unique. At the same time, each and every person will have an ID. No one, like let's say the Sheila is not having ID, mean then it is not having a capacity to be a primary key. So this ID column is the primary key here. Let's say I'm marking this as a PK, nothing but a primary key. So I'm just highlighting this. This is the primary key. Sir, listen carefully. Why I can't make the city ID to be a primary key means why? I can't make the city ID to be primary key means because the values here is not unique, because the Abhi is from city number 1, Mala is also from the same city. Here the city is duplicate. There is no unique columns in this. That's why it is not marked as a primary. It cannot, it's not a capacity to be a primary key. Okay, coming to the second table, a city table. What is the primary key in this table? I hope many of you found that it is nothing but a city ID. PK is nothing but what? Is what this is. It is the primary key because each and every element is unique and also which is not null. I hope you understood the primary key. Okay, sir. Primary key means in a table if a column is unique and not null, I will say that as a primary key. Now, what is meant by foreign key? Now, what is mean by a foreign key? That is the question here. What is meant by foreign key? So listen carefully. Foreign key is nothing but, let's say if you want to join these two tables, let's say I'm going to join these two tables. Now one is this. Here I will get the city name. One means Chennai, two means Delhi, and three means Kolkata. Again, one and two means Chennai and Delhi. Okay. Now, if after joining these two tables, I'm joining this table with the help of city ID. Now, I want to mark the primary key and foreign key here. I join this table when this table, right? Here it's joined. Now, in this table, what is my primary key, guys? In this table, what is my primary key? Yes, of course. ID is my primary key. Why? Here ID is my primary key. Why? Because the city ID is not having a capacity to be a primary key because it's having duplicate. It's not a unique column. Okay, but this city ID is the primary key of one table. Correct? The city ID is the primary key of one table. So I will mark this as a foreign key. I will mark this as a foreign key. So the definition of foreign key means it want to be a primary key of one table, primary key of one table, and it want to act as the referencing two tables, referencing one table with another. Okay. So if you take why in the city ID it is the foreign key here. Let's say here itself it's a foreign key because this city ID is the primary key of one table. At the same time, it is used to reference the table. So if you want to join the student table with the city table, you want a foreign key, correct? It is used to reference one table with another, so that is called foreign key. So this is the schema, guys. I hope you understood. There is a two table. We have primary key and foreign key relationship. Primary key is nothing but a column which is unique and not null. Foreign key is nothing but which is the primary key of one table but used as referencing two tables. With the help of this key only you can connect this table with the another table, that is called foreign key. Now let's say I'm opening some HR schema to show you the real schemas. Let's say HR schema. So I'm just taking the images in the Google to show you what is the primary. If you see here, I'm just opening this. Oh, we can't look into this. 1 minute. Hmm, So let me go for another diagram. Exactly, this is perfect. Okay, I hope everyone able to see this screen. Yeah. So I'm just taking into the paint actually for your better understanding. This is the multiple tables in a database. So I'm just opening the paint. Now listen carefully, guys. Now if you see here, now if you see here, there is an employee ID. There is an employee ID. So this is an employee ID. Now, yeah, let me consider only these two tables. Let's say this and this table. First, we'll understand this table. Okay, sir. Here in the department table, what is my primary key? P means what? That is my primary key. My primary key is department ID. Now this is saying that it is a unique and it is every values in this column will be unique and not null. Now coming to the location table, here there is a primary key called location ID. Now if you see here, the location ID is foreign key here. So what it is trying to say is this location ID is primary key of one table. At the same time, it is used to reference these two tables. That's why we are saying this as a foreign key. Let me take another example, guys. Let me take another example. Let's say if you take this table with okay, let I'm taking these two tables. If you take these two tables, HR employee in this table, the primary key is what? The primary key is employee ID. Okay. Now here the job ID is foreign key. Now the job ID is foreign key. So why it is foreign key? Because it is used to reference this table with this table. Here, if you see the job ID is the primary key of one table. This job ID is the primary key of one table. At the same time, it is helping the employee table to connect the job table. That's why it is called foreign key. Sir, I hope you notice the U here. What is U means? It is nothing but unique key. Let's say if I'm having a two columns, which is satisfying the condition of primary key. For example, if you take employee ID, all the values inside the employee ID is unique and not null. At the same time, there is a column called email, which is also unique and not null. There is a two columns which is satisfying to be a primary key. But unfortunately, we can't keep two columns as the primary key. So what we are doing is we are marking one as a primary key. So another column as a unique key. So what is my unique key, guys? So it is also having the capacity to be the primary key, but based on the remaining tables we are fixing one primary key here as employee ID. I hope you understood what is meant by primary key and foreign key. By looking into the schema itself, we able to understand, and also we establish the relationship between the primary key and foreign key. So thanks for watching this video, everyone. So see you in upcoming videos. Thanks everyone. Bye.